We're just going to go through our eighth move or last move in this hypno yoga Pilates qigong sequence, a mixture of the breaths, and this one is called Shake the Back 7 times to eliminate the 100 illnesses. Good name there. Again, the meridians this generally benefits within the traditional form, that is, are the basically the liver, the lungs, but as with the bending aspects of the qigong exercises, or whether it is yoga even, believed to help the kidneys and the urinary bladder tract. That's more the meridians and the organs it's benefiting. Gonna forget that because that's more in traditional form. We're just taking the movement because it's such good movement. The name from the 8 brocades, that's where it's taken from, means silken movement pretty much. So there's such good movements, and basically Pilates and yoga, whatever body system it is, you take that into everyday life, into everyday movement. So why not take it to qigong movement? Again, it's just a move, and we're just adding these breaths in with it. We're going to calibrate and synchronize the breath. So with that, we're going to simply start with a Pilates breath, zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals, take your navel towards your spine, and as you do that, you can even get the 2 middle fingers to start underneath the breastbone, and you'll see this, I'm overemphasizing this, but this will happen. Even if it's in a micro move, you'll feel these 2 middle fingers slightly part and come back to touch each other. Okay, just adding width to the lungs. As you do that now, you'll feel that coming into these lower lobes of lungs. As we zip up pelvic floor and scoop out the abdominals in breathe, that's going to help us breathe anywhere but the belly button. Unlike the traditional form, which is more meditative, etc., massaging organs, we are throwing on our corset muscle 3 layers deep, which is all going to segmentally stabilise the spine, and that's what makes this Pilates. And we're going to just close the mouth. Unlike the Pilates breath, we're going to breathe in through the nose now and exhale through the nose. So that makes that slightly yogic, near a sort of Ashtanga yoga in a way. There's some slight differences there, but I'm going to go too much into that detail. But we're going to zip up pelvic floor, scoop out the abdominals. As you do that now, you can feel the breath coming in and out through the nose. And that's a smaller filter for the nose. So that'll slightly make that sort of filtering, cleansing breath, okay? And as you feel that breath go in and go out, you'll naturally feel the out breath just naturally want to fall longer than the in breath, okay? So just focus on that now. Zip up pelvic floor now and gather in. Take the navel towards the spine, breathe in through the nose, and exhale through the nose. And as you zip up pelvic floor and gather in now, you'll feel the breath coming in and out from the nose, but naturally lengthen on the out breath. And that makes that more hypnotic breath. The in breath's conscious thought, the out breath is subconscious thought. So by extending that out breath longer than the in breath, we're just encouraging sleep, digestion, rest, and relaxation, all in that lovely elongated out breath. Now that is good enough. When we link that to the motion in a minute, that's going to be fine. Again, you've got your yogic principles in there, your hypnotic principles of lengthening the out breath longer than the in breath, but also you've got the Pilates setup. Now if you want to make that a little bit sort of more advanced type yogic breath and bring in the Ujjayi breath, which is more like you use in Ashtanga, like I was saying earlier. And they actually gather in here, but there's some other differences, but I'm not going to add detail. I digress. So again, if you want to go for the Ujjayi breath, we grip at the esophagus, we breathe in through the nose now, and exhale, as if you're sort of going with the mouth shut. Then you're going to breathe in again, so I'm going to just do it so you can hear it. So it's a sort of like raspberry, silky, whistling ujjayi breath, victorious breath. Okay, that helps us stimulate the thyroid glands, which helps us weight control, etc. Helps us build the heat within the body, helps us fan the fire, to burn all the toxins in the body. As you do that now, you'll feel that breath want to lengthen even longer as you're doing that. It's, you know, sort of Darth Vader breath in a way, that soft, silky, whistling ujjayi breath. As you do that now, you'll feel that want to lengthen longer than the in-breath. Okay, so as you do that now, breathing through the nose and exhale through pursed lips. Sorry, Pilates there. I digress, I've been doing Pilates. So again, we want to close the mouth and do it out through the nose for as long as you like, okay? With that ujjayi breath, if you can't get it, don't worry. We're going to link that to motion before making more mistakes. So again, we're going to link that to motion. Keep on breathing out through the nose. Again, we're going to go through the motion. It's pretty much a bit of flexion and extension, like a uttanasana from yoga. We're coming back doing a bit of extension here, and there's a little bit of a hop in the heels, then we go back. That basically is what it is. Now again, you can bring in some modifications with that. You can bend the legs a little bit more, as long as you, I wouldn't personally let the knees go past the toes. The Iyengar principles I would bring in there. Again, 2 subjects there, but again, I would personally not go further than knees and on the toes. You might want to go that deep, that's fine. Feet slightly wider than hips apart, that'll make it again easier on the lumbar region, the spine, as we're all bending the knees. Okay, so that's up to you. If you've got any sort of back problems, then you can do that. You can modify it. With the extension, I've added a modification anyway, unlike the traditional form. You come back here. Now again, not everyone can do that, especially if you've had back problems, etc. So I would spread the fingers and go here. Okay, and just lean back slightly. Again, if it's less than that, less than that. Really important bit, I think, for it, especially if you've got any back problems. When you do the hop on the heels, I wouldn't do it back here. Okay, that's what I wouldn't do. Okay, I would literally come back after the in-breath, stop for a bit, the space, then hop. Again, the idea of that little hop within the traditional form is to shake up all the chi, this, like sort of shaking up sediment in the body and just dispersing that around the body. But again, we're sticking to these principles. So just get that breath going, and I'm going to go back and demonstrate so you can see my legs. Okay, you're going to go back and demonstrate as we calibrate and synchronize and integrate the breath with the movement, motion, the movement. Okay, lovely. So we'll go back and demonstrate that. Going to turn that light on. So from here, I'm going to start modified, feet here wide, and again the first one, hands on the back here. So again, we're going to just come back here, going to breathe in, hop, and exhale down. So let's just go for the first part. We're going to exhale down, flexion of the spine. Now again, I'm bending the knees and I've got the feet wider just to make it easier on the lumbar region of the spine. Okay, if you want to make that harder, I'll go through that in a minute. So you're going to exhale down and breathing come up. Now again, in the form we haven't got this, we just lean back, but I'm going to do that. Spread the fingers here to support the lumbar region of the spine. All on the in-breath, that goes with the in-breath. That does actually go with the spine. You see, stretch these abs, the rectus abdominis here, okay, which gets very compressed. And come back first. Shoulders in line with hips, head in line with shoulders, on the heels, and that carries the exhale down. Okay, if you want the knees bent, you can do, and feet slightly wide. Then breathing, come up. Exhale. Now again, if you want to make that a little bit more harder, you're not worried about the back, whatever, feet together and less bend in the knees, but never completely locked, always just shy of locking out. Okay, so from here, we're going to exhale down. And then breathing come up. Okay, so we're going to breathe in, come up. Lean back. Again, gather in here as you lean back, especially throwing that corset to support the spine. If it's just that much, again, modify the range. Spread the fingers and exhale. Elongate the out breath on this bar. Then breathing, come up. Hop on the heels and exhale down. Now, the elongated out breath part, you'll just naturally do that on the motion. So you'll lengthen the motion. If you get down there before the breath's finish, carry on with the exhale and then breathing, come up a little bit sharper. But again, I think it's quite important if you've got any sort of disc problems or any back problems, this is meant to be light stuff for people coming back for injuries, etc. as well. So again, you don't want to be back here, support the back, and you do that all in the in-breath. So as you're coming up, you're breathing in, coming up. That goes with breathing extension of the spine anyway. Come back first, okay? Don't do the hop back here. Exhale, and that's gonna carry on the exhale. That sort of fires the exhale. And it's optional, so that hop in the heels, you could be just exploit the range. It could be a little motion, or it could be a bigger motion, optional to you. But take that navel towards the spine, scoop out your abdominals, and just elongate the exhale. And just simply calibrate and synchronize and integrate the breath of the motion. And don't get too caught up in what it is. It's meant to do this organ, etc. Because just breathing in, organ deep, cell deep, will just help that, or just help that manifest in every single organ, cell, sinew of the body. So every organ, cell, sinew of the body will be benefited in that beneficial way. Lovely. So that was number 8. That's the end. Bang.